Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here today for what promises to be a dynamic and insightful debate. My name is Raven Rigel, and I'll be your moderator for tonight's event. And we have Aliyah as our timekeeper for this debate. So, before we dive into the debate, let me quickly go over to the format and some ground rules so we can ensure a smooth and engaging discussion. So, we have house rules. First is no ad hominem attacks, means personal insults or attacks on character are strictly prohibited. Next one is no religious reference. Avoid any mention of religion during discussion or during the debate. Next is use only Tagalog or English. Speaking in mother tongue is not allowed. The lastly, no using of curse word or foul language as to maintain professionalism at all times. So our motion in this evening's debate is this House believes that leaders should be led by example, not just by giving instruction. This is a timely and important issue that affects on how should the student leader must be an example to all. So to um to properly start this debate, I would like to introduce the two teams. Um, from the team persecution, we have team Quincy Monterola, which is led by Quincy Monterola, and then the team defense, which is led by Ginny Babe Mamitas. So, again, we have two distinguished participants with us today. Team defense will be arguing in favor of the motion, and then the team prosecution will be arguing in the opposition of the motion. Both speakers are well versed in this topic, and we are excited to hear their perspective. So the debate flow is already discussed before we start um the debate. So to start the opening statement, each participant will be given with an opening statement. They will each have 3 to 5 minutes or 5 minutes maximum to present their initial arguments. So let's begin with our first debater from the team persecution. And then, okay, you have 3 to 5 minutes for your opening statement. Please begin.
So, good evening, my esteemed judges, respected opposition, and fellow debaters. The proposition today argues that leaders should prioritize leading by example over giving instructions. While we acknowledge the importance of leading as positive example, we contend that a balanced approach is crucial for effective leadership. Let's into the realities of leadership. Leaders are often tasked with complex decision-making, managing large teams, and navigating tur- turbulent environments. In such scenarios, clear and concise instructions are essential to ensure tasks are completed efficiently and effectively. Moreover, leading by example, while inspiring can be impractical in certain situations. A leader cannot personally perform every task or be present at every moment. It is unrealistic to expect leaders to be infallible and mistakes can occur. The position may argue that a leader's action speaks louder than words. However, words, when carefully chosen and delivered, can provide clarity, motivation, and direction. A well-articulated vision, coupled with clear instructions, can empower individuals to take ownership of their responsibilities. In conclusion, while leading by example is undoubtedly important, it should not be the sole criterion for effective leadership. A balanced approach combining both exemplary behavior and clear instruction is necessary to achieve optimal results. We urge you to consider the practical implications of a leadership style that solely relies on setting an example and to recognize the value of effective communication and guidance. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, lead prosecutor, for that opening statement. Now let's hear the opening statement from our lead defense. Please proceed.
Thank you. Good day, judges, fellow debaters, and audience members. I am Genevieve Nicole P. Mamitas from BS Entrep, and I am the lead speaker of Team Defense. Today, the prosecution would have you believe that a leader is merely a figurehead, a voice that issues command. We, however, contend that a leader is much more than that. A true leader is not just a voice that commands, but a beacon to inspire. By setting a standard of excellence through their own actions, leaders foster a culture of motivation, commitment, and accountability. Leading by example is the cornerstone of effective leadership. It builds trust, credibility, and respect among followers. When leaders demonstrate the behaviors and values they expect from others, they inspire confidence and encourage emulation. Furthermore, leading by example can significantly improve organizational performance. It creates a positive work environment, enhances employee morale, and fosters a shared sense of purpose. By embodying the desired qualities and behaviors, leaders can galvanize their team to achieve extraordinary results. We contend that a leader who leads by example is not merely effective but essential. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that opening statement, lead defense. Now let's move on for the cross-examination of each participant. We will have a 5 minutes maximum to respond to each question. The first question will be given by the team defense. So proceed.
So my question is, how can the followers abide the instructions set by a leaders without seeing an action from them?
Followers can abide by a leader's instructions if the leader communicates expectation clearly and provide the necessary resources and support. Trust and credibility build through consistent behavior that motivates followers to act even without seeing direct involvement. Empowering a team, members, and reinforcing the organization's vision fosters accountability and alignment with the leader's directives. So, leadership is not just about telling people what to do. It's about showing them how to do it. According to John Maxwell, a renowned leadership expert, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So this highlights the importance of setting an example through action, which inspires trust and respect among followers. Such leaders embody the values and behaviors they wish to see, creating a culture of accountability and shared purpose. And my question is, why is it more effective for a leader to give a clear instructions rather than always leading by personal example in achieving organizational goals?
Question is presented. Now please answer, lead defense.
While clear instructions can be helpful, leading by example is a powerful leadership tool that can inspire, motivate, and guide teams toward success. By embodying the values and behaviors they expect from others, leaders can create a positive and productive work environment that drives organizational performance. So it's not just about giving an instruction. You need also to uh, to prove that um, may kaya kang gawin. And then, yun lang.
Okay, thank you for that. Now let's move on to our supporting debaters. Again, each participant will have 5 minutes maximum to present their arguments. So let's begin with our first presenter or let's first debater from the team persecution. Please begin.
While the affirmative team has highlighted the value of leading by example, it is important to recognize that leadership involves more than just an example. First, leadership is about providing guidance, strategy, and decision making. A good leader must be able to adapt to the needs of the team and the challenges they face. Simply setting is a good example doesn't guarantee that everyone will follow or succeed, as different people are motivated in different ways and may need more direct support or feedback. Second, leading by example can sometimes create pressure for everyone to follow the leader exactly. Even when it's not the best approach, it is assumed that what works for one will work for all. Ignoring the diversity of skills and personalities within a team, good leaders need to be flexible and adjust their approach based on different situation and people. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. Now let's hear the statement of the supporting defense. Please proceed.
Thank you for eh, for those great points. I'm going to add some reason why leaders should lead by example. Leaders set the tone for behavior within any group, team, or organization. By leading by example, they provide a living model of the standard they expect from others. Leaders demonstrate the same work ethic, values, and commitment they expect from their team. They earn the respect of their followers. The leader exhibits the behavior they wish to see, whether it's punctuality, hard work, ethical conduct, or collaboration. Those behaviors are more likely be adopted by the people they lead. Trust is vital in any leadership role. Without trust, instruction and commands can feel empty, and team members may not feel motivated to follow them. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that statements. Lead prosecution, supporting prosecution and supporting defense. Now let's move on again to a cross-examination between each participant. Again, each participant will have a maximum of 5 minutes to respond to each question. So the first question is will be given by the supporting defense. Proceed.
Thank you. My question is, how can leading by example sometimes create pressure on team members to follow the leader's approach? And why might this not always be the most effective strategy for diverse teams?
Thank you for that question. Leading by example can sometimes create pressure on team members to conform to the leader's approach, particularly when the leader's behavior is perceived as the right or only way to succeed. This pressure can be especially pronounced when leaders are highly influential or hold significant authority, as members may feel compelled to mimic their action or adapt their mindset, even if it doesn't align their own strategies or work style.
Okay, thank you for that. Now it's your turn to ask question to our supporting defendant.
So my question is, how can leaders ensure their actions consistently align with the values we expect their team and what steps can take if their behavior undermines the trust and they've built.
Thank you for the question. Um, Leaders can ensure that their actions align with the values they expect from their team by proactively addressing misalignments and taking responsibility for their actions. Leaders can rebuild trust and ensure they continue to serve as role models for their teams. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the cross-examination. The supporting debaters have. Now let's proceed to the rebuttal speakers. Again, each participant will have a maximum of 5 minutes to present their argument. So let's begin with our first rebuttal speaker from Team Persecution. Please begin.
The statement's leader should be example, not just by giving instructions. So basically, emphasizes the importance of demonstrating desired behaviors, values, and actions rather than simply telling others what to do. A leader who leads by example shows integrity, work ethic, and responsibility. Actually, when leaders practice what they preach, they inspire just trust and respect, making it more likely that their instructions will be followed because their actions align with their words. So basically, simply giving instructions without embodying those principles can lead to what? Disengagement and lack of trust, as people are more likely to follow someone whose actions reflect their teachings. Leading by examples build credibility and trust, which ultimately leads to success. How does a leader behavior impacts the motivation and trust of their team? Again, how does a leader behavior impact the motivation and trust of their team? Am I audible, guys?
Yes, you are. I acknowledge. Now let's hear the statement from the rebuttal defendant and then answer the question.
Good evening, guys. Thank you for your point. Uh, I'll explain further why leading by example is still the better way. So, the other side might say that leaders can just give instructions and delegate tasks, but if a leader doesn't show how it's done, people might not trust the instructions or be motivated to follow them. So, a leader who leads by example gets things done and shows the right way to do it. And also, like, people want to be heard, and if people feel that you're hearing them and you care about their ideas, they are more likely to want to work with you and be your teammate. And a lot about being a good leader is figuring out how you can get a team to work together. And it's hard to do great things just by yourself. It's better when you're working with others. Also, earlier, it is said that no leadership style guarantees success. But still, leading by example is more sustainable. Since there is no leadership style that guarantees success, leading by example is still generally more sustainable because it inspires others to act with integrity, accountability, and more effort. The leader who leads by example sets a standard that others can follow, fostering a healthy work culture that encourages everyone to perform their best. So even though success may take time, but consistency in leadership behavior helps ensure long-term growth.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, it's your time, rebuttal defendant, to ask a question to the rebuttal persecutor.
So my question would be, do you think that leadership based solely on authority without setting a good example can encourage people to follow willingly, or would it cause them to feel unhappy or disconnected with the team or with the group?
For me is just a leaders hold their team accountable. They must also be accountable for their actions. And also this includes acknowledging mistake and taking steps to correct them if they fail to upload their values. And also by fostering an environment where accountability is a shared responsibility, leaders reinforce that values apply to everyone, including themselves. And also, if this happens, if a leader's behavior inadvertently undermines trust, the first step is acknowledging the mistake openly and without defensiveness. So basically, leaders should take responsibility for their actions. That's all.
Okay, thank you for that. Do you have any additional questions to our defendant, or that's it? Any additional questions? So we can proceed to our final statements.
None so far.
Okay. So now let's proceed to our um final statements. We've now reached the final round of statements. So each debater again will have 5 minutes to summarize their key points and make their closing argument. So let's begin. Let's begin with the first debater again from the team prosecutor. So proceed to your summarize closing argument.
All right. Good evening, everyone. As the closing speaker for the team prosecutor, my task is to summarize our arguments and reinforce why we believe that leaders should lead by example, not just by giving instructions. Our lead prosecutor began by addressing the fundamental weakness in the opposition's perspective. While instruction may guide a team, they cannot replace the power of action. Leaders who lead by example earn trust, respect, and loyalty because they show they are willing to meet the same standards they expect from others. Based on Ms. Amanudin citation, as Simon Sinek said, great leaders sacrifice their own comfort for the good of those they serve. Our supporting prosecutor further emphasized that while leadership involves guidance and adaptability, setting an example is what inspires emotional and connection, shared purpose. Leading by example is not about doing every task, it's about demonstrating values like accountability, resilience, and innovation. A leader who takes action shows commitment and empowers others to follow. The opposition might argue that leading by example is impractical or creates pressure for others to follow. However, we refute this by pointing out that leading by example is not about doing everything or forcing others to copy. It's about showing the way in critical moments and inspiring confidence in the team. Instructions alone cannot address the emotional and motivational needs of a group. In conclusion, leadership is more than words, it's that inspires trust, unity, and excellence. Leaders who set examples through their behavior show their team what is possible and motivate them to achieve great things. This is why leading by example is not just valuable, it is essential. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. Now let's hear the side of defendant for their closing argument. Proceed.
So, good evening. I am closing speaker. Thank you to my fellow speaker for sharing such great point. To wrap things up, I'm going to quickly go over why we believe that leaders should lead by example. Leaders who lead by examples are trusted more because they're showing the way, not just telling others what to do. When leaders lead by example, they motivate their team to work harder and be better, just like the players who look up to the coach. Leaders who show how things should be done connect better with their teams because they understand what the team is going through. The other side made some good points, but didn't show why simple giving instruction is enough. Leading by example is what makes a leader truly effective. In conclusion, we believe what the leaders who lead by example not only create trust and motivation, but also build strong, successful teams. That's why we think these motions should pass because leaders should always lead by example. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that closing argument, which is given by this closing speaker from the team defense. Um, to properly close this debate, to end this debate, I would like to thank you all debaters for the thoughtful arguments today. It's been a pleasure for moderating this debate. I really appreciate that. And I would like to thank everyone for your attention and participation tonight. It's been a lively discussion, and I hope that we gain valuable insight into this important topic. So again, to conclude this night's debate, I really encourage everyone to continue the conversation on your GCs or any platforms and to stay engaged in these important issues. Once again, have a great day and thank you for being here. So, yun. Congratulations, guys. Clap, clap, clap.